Some days, it feels like it's impossible to get through. Like every second just gets worse and worse. And you're left with only one thing on your mind. One word. Suicide. No one's going to stop you. The only one who can is yourself. You make the final decision. You decide whether you stay or go. You decide to go. You get home and go into your room. You lock the door. You walk over to your desk and pull out a pen and paper. You write out, "Dear Mom and Dad," but it comes out sloppy because now you're shaking. You apologize for everything, and you tell them not to cry, that you're better off dead. And you tell your sister that you love her, and you're proud of her. You tell her not to worry about this. By now, you're down to your last sentence. "I just can't take the pain anymore. I'm so sorry. Goodbye." And you slam your pen down and run over to your nightstand, grabbing the bottle of pills sitting there, waiting for you. You pour them into your hand, but they drop on the floor. You're still shaking, your eyes blurred out from the tears. You bend down and count up 32, your lucky number. Then you go back to your desk and take one last look at the note, thinking of any last words. You figure enough has been said, and you grab the water next to you. You swallow the pills. You fall back against the wall, sliding to the floor. You sit there and wait, for it's only about patience now. The medicine is kicking in. Everything's going white. It's getting harder to breathe. You take in one last breath of air and that's it. You're gone. You're not coming back. Your house is silent now. Your parents are home. They yell out your name expecting a reply. Nothing. Your sister comes and knocks on your door, thinking you'll say something. Nothing. She calls for your dad. He comes over and pounds on the door, telling you to open. He finally gets it open. The first one to see you is your sister. She screams. Your dad turns to look and sees you slouched up against the wall, not moving. They both know it. They both know you're dead. They can feel it. Your dad runs over to you and shakes you, yelling to wake up. But he knows you're not sleeping. He knows you're not coming back. Your sister yells for your mom. She runs into your room and sees the pills on the ground. She looks over at your dad, shaking you with his hands on your shoulders. She starts to cry. Her daughter is gone. Her daughter's not coming back. Your sister calls 911. They arrive and come into your room. They gently put you onto a stretcher and lay a white sheet over your body and take you out. A week has gone by. Your mom's still crying, and your dad is still speechless, and your sister is refusing to go back to school. Your school found out. The halls are silent now. That kid you sat next to in class, he thinks it's his fault you're gone, because he never asked you if you were okay. That mean girl in school, she thinks it's her fault because she called you ugly. That girl you never talked to, but would see every day in the halls, she thinks it's her fault because she didn't smile at you that day. And your teacher, she thinks it's her fault because she never gave you extra help. About a month has gone by. Your mom won't leave the house. Your dad is crying now. And your sister, she cuts herself. She found those razors you used to escape with. That boy you sat next to, he's under suicide watch because he tried killing himself out of guilt. That mean girl, she started a club against bullying, and you're its inspiration. Your teacher, she quit her job because she felt like she wasn't good enough and didn't deserve it. And that girl you saw in the halls, she misses your face smiling at her every day. That's the only thing that got her through. A year has passed by. Your sister dropped out of school and lives with her boyfriend. Still depressed? Your parents are working on a law to stop bullying. What you didn't see is that you meant something important to so many people, but you didn't stay around long enough to realize that. If you struggle with depression or are suicidal, You need to tell someone. I know it's hard. But it would hurt so many people around you if you just left. If you just took your life. People care. I care. You're worth so much more than suicide. I promise you that. And I also promise that things get better. It's probably impossible to believe. Trust me. My life feels like it's been a roller coaster. Feels like things start to get better. I'm finally happy again. Then boom. Back into depression. And that really hurts. Because you don't know what to think. You just want to give up. You want the pain to end. I know. But that quote, there's always a storm before a rainbow. And you just have to hold on, okay? You can't give up. You need to tell yourself that you can't give up. Go look in the mirror right now, or right after this video is done. Go look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am beautiful. I can get through this. I'm strong enough. I'm always here for you, just like so many other people. Because it may not seem like it, but people would really care if you were gone. We all love you. And if you don't believe that, I'm really sorry, but it's the truth. Stay strong, okay, love?